Okay, we are with Hobbes Buchanan with the Orca Protection and Rescue that started in 2017. We have a few questions for Hobbes about the whales and what we can do. So we're just going to start off with, tell us about your business, Hobbes.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm Captain Hobbes Buchanan. For 17 years, I have been whale watching here in the Salish Sea. The last 7 of which I have my own company, Juan Island Whale and Wildlife Tours. And last year, or 2017, I became aware that I was actually one of the problems. 17 years ago, it was fun to go out whale watching. There was, I think it was 87 whales and maybe 15, 20 boats. And now there's 74 whales and over 100 whale watch boats and other private vessels. And I become disgusted with the industry. I'm not saying it's totally 100% wrong. I think they're in a good spot to do education, but unfortunately they're not. And I felt like an idiot just telling people, well, if you washed your hair with shampoo this morning, you're part of the problem. If you did your dishes with dish soap. 2 of the worst surfactants there is. Goes in the water and it dissipates oil, puts it all on the bottom. That's what they sprayed on the BP oil rig fire a few years ago down south. I think that was in Louisiana. They just sprayed the oil, put it on the bottom, and now we've got a complete dead zone. There's no oxygen in the water there.
Can we talk about how the plastic in the environment in the Salish Sea, what we can do as a community, what's your organization doing to get rid of the plastic, and then we can go about the surfactant because a lot of people may not understand what that is.
Sure. So I started Orca Protection and Rescue last year, and it's becoming to be a known entity now. So I just want to make people aware that we cannot keep putting plastics in the water. Everything that lives in the ocean or on the ocean has plastics in its belly. Even we do. If we had a pinch of table salt this morning, if it's sea salt, it probably has microfibers in it, microplastics. So we just need, as a society, and Friday Harbour needs to be the poster child for this, we need to stop using plastics. And how these plastics get in the water is probably most likely wind driven. So you've got the garbage trucks driving around town, you've got overflowing dumpsters, and the plastic bags start rolling down the street, and all of a sudden they're in the water. And when a plastic bag goes into the ocean, it doesn't float. It fills up and it sinks about 10 feet under the water, and it looks like a squid. And that's why these baleen feeding whales end up with hundreds, if not thousands, of plastic bags in their bellies. So we need to stop our use. You need to have more bulk soaps and everything else we use. And everything comes in a plastic container. It's got to stop.
It's unnecessary. What are the little things that we can do just as a community? So for me specifically, I go out and walk on the beach and pick up garbage. Do you have a suggestion for people? I mean, it's common sense, but people need to hear it. So common sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's great you're walking the beaches. Unfortunately, if you walk the beach this morning, you'll be doing it again tomorrow morning. And there's loads of people on Juan Island that are walking the beaches every day, bless them. What I encourage people to do is to walk up to your local market and demand that they stop using plastics. In Europe, when I was a kid growing up in England, you never bagged, you bagged your own groceries, you brought your own bags. And that needs to happen again.
So that's an easy
one, because if you get 50 people walking to King's Market tomorrow morning, they're going to pay attention. Vern Howard is a nice man, and he's sensible, and he's going to get the message. But it needs us to go knock on his door.
And being proactive.
Yeah.
So one thing I want to go back to is that we have an excessive amount of plastics in our waters. We have an excessive amount of people that are visiting the islands more and more, having a feeling of what we can do, picking up plastic, you driving to other places and making it easier for people to pick up these things, or you're picking up these things, or your advocacy. How deep is your advocacy going?
Well, I think we need to hold the towns and counties responsible. They need to help in this. They need to participate, and we've got a good county council that will respond to this. But you know, I see people walking with plastic bags, picking up plastic trash. So maybe we have recyclable containers that we pick this trash up. The trash stays there. The county comes down, dumps it in their truck, takes it away, but the receptacle stays there. I think that's how we can make a dent in this issue, is to get everybody involved. This needs to be a worldwide opportunity or worldwide practice. I speak to my friend in the Philippines 3 times a week, and he laughs at me when I show him a photograph of a few plastic bottles and balloons. He says he can't even see the sand in the Philippines from the plastic bottles. It's terrible.
So at some point, the projection is that we will be there as well.
Yes.
Do you have any thought process on time frame?
I don't, but if we lose these whales, especially the southern residents, and that's not the only species that's in danger. Everything that lives in or on the ocean is in danger. If we lose these oceans, we lose these magnificent creatures, we are next.
All right, Alan, I really, really appreciate it. We'll continue this down the road.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.